A very good morning to all. On behalf of the Department of Business Management, I take this privilege to welcome Dr. Khushdeep Kaur, Associate Professor in Department of Commerce in Khalsa College for Women, to this online portal of the Department of Business Management for the 1 week workshop on project report writing. Ma'am has a wide experience of around 25 years that she's been teaching here, a postgraduate and a PhD from University Business School, Punjab University, Chandigarh. She is also the in charge of the Legal Literacy Club in the college, as well as the Students' Council in the college. She has to her credit numerous research papers published in national as well as international journals, as well as many books of commerce and management. Students, the book of marketing that you were referring is written by Dr. Khushdeep only. So it's my privilege to welcome ma'am today to address the students on the topic of how to write review of literature. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Thanks for nice introduction. Good morning, students. I hope you and your families are doing well, hale and hearty during this critical time. I would like to start my presentation. Before I should share my screen with you, I would like to start with a very beautiful quote. Everyone has something to teach you if you are humble enough to learn. So once again, good morning to all of you. Now let me share my screen with you, and today we are going to discuss very, very important topic, and that is review of literature. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. Okay. So today's topic of discussion is literature review. And by this time, you all know how to select your research topic and how to set your objectives. Yesterday, Paramjeet ma'am has told you in a very, very beautiful way and in a very lucid manner how you can select your topic. It should be feasible, it should be clear enough, and it should be focused, and how you can set your objectives. Now let me start. Now, before I proceed further, let me give you a brief overview what I'm going to cover today. Meaning of literature review, purposes of the literature review, and why we should go for literature review, and what is the process of reviewing the literature. It is having 5 steps, and obviously I'll be explaining all these 5 steps with good examples so that you will be clear about the concept. Then of course at the end I'm going to give you some tips to write that review of literature. Now, what are the best projects? The best project is that the topic of which is of your interest. Yesterday, Paramjeet ma'am told you that always select that topic which is of your interest. Obviously, जो आपको अच्छा लगेगा उसमें आप अपनी जी जान डालोगे, अच्छे से करोगे. So always try to select that topic which is of your interest and for which you can easily collect information. It should be readily available, and with the topic for which you can do analysis very easily within a short period of time. Why I am saying that you can easily collect information? Because your research project is not a PhD thesis which you are going to finish in 3 or 5 years. So you have to finish your research project within 2 to 3 months. So always try to select that topic for which you can easily collect information, whether you are or a secondary data study, but always try to select that topic for which you can easily collect the information. And the best project is the topic of which is focused on a particular aspect of a chosen topic. Yesterday ma'am told you that don't take a general topic, be specific while selecting a topic. Therefore, give considerable thought to the identification and planning of a research topic, and topic should be narrowly focused, specific, feasible, and carefully defined. So what to do for that? You need to read literature for that. Read variety of research papers, online, offline, published material, whether in newspapers, journals, or magazines, or books, or you are searching Google, or you are searching various databases. So try to read variety of research papers. And if you read variety of research papers, maybe you get an idea to set the objectives for your research. Maybe it will help you in formulating the hypothesis for your study. Maybe it will help you in deciding which is the right methodology for you. So always try to read maximum literature. And for that, you should know what is literature. A form of human expression is a collection of all the scholarly writings on the topic. And what is review? Review is when you think again, you talk about something again in order to make changes, to give your opinion of it, or you want to make decision once again. It doesn't mean that you should repeat the same topic. If I am saying then talk about something again, so it means many researchers have discussed so many things again and again, but in different ways. But you want to talk about that aspect again, but from your own perspective. Suppose one of the researchers found out that increase in salary always motivates an employee. Some other researchers say they highlighted that recognition in the organization assigning challenging work motivates more. But what you want to search that sending employees to abroad for further training motivates them more. So this is your own perspective. So you want to talk about the same topic but in a different perspective. So this is a review, and many researchers struggle when it comes to writing literature review. After deciding on a research topic, usually the first step you take in the direction of researchers learn more about previous researches published in the topic. So in a nutshell, we can say that literature review is a comprehensive overview of the knowledge available on a specific topic till date. It is a key part of your overall research project or thesis and considered as one of the pillars on which your research idea stands. Why? Because it provides you context, relevance, background to the research problem which you are going to explore. Now coming to the next part of the presentation, and that is purpose. So what is the purpose of doing a literature review? As I have already told you that this is very, very important pillar of your research project. So the first purpose is find out the information already existing in the field of research. It establishes the author's in-depth understanding and knowledge of his or her field. It gives background of the research. Now coming to the next is that it highlights what has already been done in the particular field and helps in identifying what is still unexplored or under research. It means you try to identify gaps in the researches. Now how to identify gaps in various researches, this will I'll be elaborating in the coming slides. And the thirdly, it illuminates on how the knowledge has been changed and who are the main researchers, and if possible, try to take help, try to seek help of those researchers. And then next purpose is that you need to find out seminal works. Now, what do I mean seminal works? Seminal works are landmark studies. These are articles which are referred to time and time again in the research. So you are likely to see other sources frequently cited in other journals and books. There are many articles, many research papers or many citations you see in many research papers. कोई ऐसा ऑथर का नाम होता है, आपने एक पेपर रिसर्च पेपर खोला उसमें भी आपको नजर आया, दूसरा रिसर्च पेपर आपने खोला उसमें भी उस रिसर्चर का आपको नाम नजर, आपको लगता है कि ये बार बार नाम कोट हो रहा है, इट मींस इसकी लैंडमार्क स्टडी है, आई शुड गो फॉर इट. So you can search by name, so you can further go for it. And the next purpose is identifying main methodologies and research techniques. Obviously, it helps in identifying methodologies and research techniques adopted by other researchers. Maybe it will help you in deciding your methodology. helps to adopt more appropriate methodology for your research by examining strengths and weaknesses of the researchers' methodologies. What they have selected, what methodology they have adopted may be not appropriate for you. You may improve that methodology, but you will definitely get an idea before deciding your methodology. Then comes another purpose, that is identify main ideas, conclusions, theories, and establishes similarities and differences. After going through other researches, you can find out how the conclusions are varying. It will definitely provide a context, a theoretical framework, since the rest of your work will build upon the ideas of the existing research. And finally, it helps in showing the relationship between previous studies or theories. It provides an interpretation of existing literature in the light of updated developments in the field to help in establishing consistency in knowledge and relevance. Definitely, it will show you the relationships, or you can say differences in the previous studies, and always try to make notes of such type of things. Now, in short, what we have studied, that is, why are you writing literature review? Firstly, to familiarize yourself with the current state of your topic. I'm repeating the previous slide, but in a very simple way, that why you should write a literature review. It will definitely familiarize yourself with the current state of your topic. It ensures that you are not just repeating what others have already done. It will definitely help in identifying gaps in knowledge and unresolved issues of your research. And it will help in developing theoretical framework and methodologies. It will position yourself in relation to other researchers. It will provide you an overview of the key findings of the topic. Now, the next is the process of review of literature. Obviously, it has a proper process, and we'll go step by step. And the very first step in the review of literature is search for relevant literature. And it is very important. You should know how to do search. Sometimes students do not know how to research an article in Google. आप कुछ भी टाइप करते हो गूगल पे, अपने मतलब की चीज आपको चाहिए होती है, पर निकलता कुछ और है. Very smart searcher. So you should know how to search for a relevant literature. Now, while writing the literature review section, you will search literature related to your अभी भी students admit हो रहे हैं बीच में. So I am explaining this searching for relevant literature with a very good example, and you will come to know that how we can go for a search. Now, my research question is, what is the impact of social media on body image among generation Z? अब इस रिसर्च क्वेश्चन में से मैं अपना रिसर्च टॉपिक भी बना सकती हूँ, बट प्रेजेंटली माय रिसर्च प्रॉब्लम इज इम्पैक्ट ऑफ सोशल मीडिया ऑन बॉडी इमेज अमंग जनरेशन Z. Now, always try to make a list of keywords. Now, see this research question. If I try to find out keywords from this, first keyword is social media, second keyword is body image, and third keyword is generation Z. And whenever I am searching for the relevant literature, I can go for such words also, and I can search through synonymous words also. So try to make a list of synonymous and related terms and these keywords, and then go for a search. Now, first, social media. इससे synonymous terms क्या हो सकती हैं? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. And if I type on Google social media, वो इतनी सारी चीजें खोल देगा, right? Now my second keyword is body image. Our body image के synonymous terms self-perception, self-esteem, mental health. And if I talk about generation Z, which is third keyword in this research, and that is teenagers, adolescents, and youth. Suppose I don't want कि अगर मेरी इंफॉर्मेशन, अब मुझे सिर्फ स्नैपचैट पे इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, राइट? यू वांट टू नैरो डाउन योर सर्च. आप पूरा सोशल मीडिया नहीं देखना चाहते बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव टाइम टू रीड ऑल द रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स, ऑल द रिसर्च पेपर्स, because lakhs and lakhs of research papers are there on the Google Scholar and other databases. So what you will do, you can narrow down your search. Now how you can narrow down your search? You can use Boolean operators to help narrow down your search. Now what are these Boolean operators? When used in library databases between your keywords, they can make your search more precise and it will definitely save your time. Now you can narrow down search through Boolean operators. The first Boolean operator is AND, capital AND. Now to find sources that contain more than keywords. Suppose आपको चाहिए सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया, बॉडी इमेज और जनरेशन Z पे इंफॉर्मेशन आप चाहते हो और कुछ ना खुले, तो यू कैन ऑलवेज टाइप एंड बिटवीन योर कीवर्ड्स. सोशल मीडिया कैपिटल एंड आपने बीच में टाइप किया, बॉडी इमेज को टाइप किया, कैपिटल एंड टाइप किया एंड देन जनरेशन Z. तो यूर रिसर्च विल बी नैरो डाउन. आपके सिर्फ वही रिसर्च पेपर्स और वही आर्टिकल्स खुलेंगे जिसमें सोशल मीडिया हाईलाइटेड होगा, बॉडी इमेज एंड जनरेशन Z. Then another Boolean operator is OR, but you have to type in capitals OR. So to find sources that contain one of a range of synonymous. Suppose you are doing study on adolescents or teenagers. आप पूरा जनरेशन Z टाइप नहीं करना चाहते हो, आप चाहते हो इम्पैक्ट देखना सोशल मीडिया का on body image in adolescents only. So you will type generation Z or teenagers or adolescents. आप इसमें से जो भी करना चाहते हो, you can range your search. Now coming to the third Boolean operator, and that is NOT, to exclude results containing certain terms. Suppose you are searching on Apple. आपने Apple टाइप किया और इतने एप्पल के ऊपर भी आपको पेपर्स मिल जाएंगे, आर्टिकल्स मिल जाएंगे. यू विल फाइंड आर्टिकल्स ऑन गुआवास, ऑरेंजेस, मैंगोस. बट इफ यू विल टाइप एप्पल, नॉट फ्रूट, so you will get articles on Apple only. So you can narrow down your search by using Boolean operators. Now coming to the next part, and that is search for relevant sources. And it is very important that always be very smart in selecting databases. If you are searching for journals and articles, obviously you should go for relevant sources. And for humanities, for medical sciences, for economics, for engineering students, all can search for different databases. अब अगर कोई मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स इंजीनियरिंग इंस्पेक्ट खोल लेता है तो उसमें इंजीनियरिंग के आर्टिकल्स खुलेंगे. सो यू शुड नॉट गो फॉर दैट. यू शुड बी वेरी स्मार्ट. यू शुड सर्च रेलेवेंट सोर्सेस. आपका जो जे स्टोर है, ये डिजिटल डेटाबेस लाइब्रेरी है आपकी. यू कैन ओपन फॉर योर, if I talk about BBA students or commerce and management students, you can go for Google Scholar, JSTOR, and these other news. And yesterday Paramjeet ma'am told you about Shodhganga also. So always search for the relevant sources. Now let me give you one example. It is not possible for you to read the whole research paper, research article. Firstly, try to read the abstract of that research paper. So this is an abstract. Abstract is always in 150 words to 200 or 250 words, and it is very easy for you to read abstract first, and you will get an idea whether this paper is relevant for your study or not, whether it will serve your purpose or not. Now here, taking the same example of social media body image, we'll see I have searched a research paper और मैंने सबसे पहले उसके abstract को पढ़ा. Now so you can see this abstract, and the very first line written is, this paper provides an overview of research on social media and body image. अब अगली लाइन क्या मुझे बता रही है कि कोरिलेशन स्टडीज कंसिस्टेंटली शो दैट सोशल मीडिया यूसेज पर्टिकुलरली फेसबुक, इट मींस Facebook only. He is not covering the whole social media. His study is based upon Facebook. So though this study is of my relevance, मेरे काम की है, पर मुझे इतना पता चल गया कि उसने फेसबुक सोशल मीडिया में से उसने सिर्फ फेसबुक को कवर किया हुआ. Right? Now the second aspect which he has covered is body image concerns among young women and men. So मुझे ये भी पता चल गया कि इसने यंग वुमेन और मेन के ऊपर स्टडी की है, उसने गर्ल्स, यंग गर्ल्स और बॉयज पे या एडोलेसेंट्स पे स्टडी नहीं की है. So definitely I'll get an idea from the abstract that whether an article is relevant to my question, my topic or not. हाँ, एक चीज और हमें एब्स्ट्रैक्ट से पता चलती है कि अगर कोई रिसर्च गैप रह गया है तो मे बी रिसर्चर इज हाईलाइटिंग दैट रिसर्च गैप. Or see in this last line, research is also needed on more diverse samples as well as other social media platforms. It means we have for a future research. Now this researcher is telling you the future of doing research on other samples, leaving young women and men. We can select guys and teenagers, we can select, and we can go for other social media platforms like Instagram. He has done study on Facebook, but we can always go for Instagram, which is another social media platform. So we'll definitely get an idea after reading an abstract. So when you find a useful book or article, you can check the bibliography to find other relevant sources. It is very important. You are not going to read the whole research paper. You have read the abstract. But if you find any good, if you find that this article is perfect for me, it is very good, you can search for bibliography written at the end of that research paper. Maybe you will find other relevant sources. So this is a smart way of doing the search of relevant sources. Now, to identify the most important publications on your topic, take note of recurring citations. This is very important. If any citations are reoccurring, coming again and again, if the same author's books or articles keep appearing in your reading, आपने suppose 10 research articles पढ़े and every researcher is citing the same author, same researcher, make sure that you should seek them out. Always go for those papers because every author, every researcher is highlighting, referring that author or researcher. So try to seek them out. Now see, I'm giving you the example. Taking the same problem of social media and body image. See, this is the body of a research paper. पहले मैंने जो आपको दिखाया था, that was a research, that was an abstract. But now this is the whole research paper. Now he has written the review of literature. In the first paragraph, when he's showing the comparison, he is referring the names of the author, Fodley and Battanian. In the second paragraph, again, when he is discussing different themes related to social media and body image, he is again referring the same author, Fodley and Battanian. And in the third paragraph, he is again referring the same author. It means this name is very much important for us. So this name is appearing again and again, and we should make efforts to seek this search. So we should go for it. और हम Fodley and Battanian के papers को निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे और उसको भी पढ़ेंगे. Maybe this study is relevant for us. Now to the next step in the review of literature process, and that is evaluate sources. Now you have searched relevant sources, but now you need to evaluate those sources. Now this second step, probably you won't be able to read everything that has been written on the topics. So you will have to evaluate which sources are most relevant to your question. So for each publication, ask yourself, so you need to give answer to yourself. Suppose आपने 15-20 articles, research papers निकाले हुए, so you need to ask questions to yourself. First is, what question or problem is the author addressing? Secondly, what are the key concepts and how are they defined by that particular researcher? Thirdly, what are the key theories, models and methods adopted by or discussed by that researcher? Fourthly, what are the established frameworks, or does the researcher use established framework or take an innovative approach to discuss his topic? Fifthly, what are the results and conclusions of the study, which is always given at the end of that research paper? Sixthly, does it confirm, add to or challenge the established knowledge? Because there you will find number of researches. Some researchers may confirm the same idea referred by the earlier researcher, and some researchers may be adding to that knowledge, or some researchers may challenge the already established knowledge. So you need to write the notes whether the research which you are studying is confirming or challenging the established knowledge. And next, how does the publication contribute to your understanding of the topic? And finally, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the research? Now, if I talk about strengths and weaknesses of the research, I'm talking not from the literature point of view, I'm talking about methodology point of view also. Because when you are reading the paper, you are reading everything. What he has researched, what models and theories are evolved over a period of time, what are the results and discussions, what are the objectives, what are the methodologies adopted by that researcher. So it will definitely help in finding out if there is any weakness in methodology of that particular research. You can always improve upon those methodologies. Now, always try to make notes and cite your sources. So try to answer certain questions. This is very important. You have to prepare notes for that. ये नहीं कि review of literature लिखना शुरू किया तो जैसे आपके articles आए, just name the researcher and आपने उसका year लिखा और काम खत्म हो गया. No, it's not like that. You have to prepare notes for that. So what previous research has already been done on this topic? Then prepare your notes. Secondly, who did it, when, and perhaps obviously name of a researcher. Don't forget to note down the year when he has done this research and perhaps why he has done, whether he has tried to cover try to fill up that gap, or whether he want to study that topic from different perspectives. So why he is studying this research. So always prepare notes for that, and what conclusions he has drawn from the previous researches and how relevant are these conclusions today and generally for your own research. So here I'm highlighting today and for your research. So previous researches may be relevant today also. So how will your research build on previous research, and how this is similar or different to your research? Try to find out the answer of that and prepare proper notes. If it is similar, write how your study is similar to that, and if it is different, how it is different from your study, and what theories, model practices are particularly relevant to prepare or analyze your research topic and findings. Because maybe that researcher has discussed different models, but you are trying to discuss that model from a different perspective. Now, how has previous research influenced your research methodology and methods? So you have to prepare notes for that, because definitely if your notes are well prepared, it will help you in writing part. Your writing part comprises of three things: introductory part of review of literature, body part, and the conclusion. And when you are writing the body part of your review of literature, these notes will definitely help you a lot. Now coming to the third aspect of this process, and that is identify themes, debates, and gaps. it is very important that your review of literature should be properly structured. You should organize it in a very beautiful way, and you need to understand that connections and relationships between the sources you have read, it is very much clear. So based on your readings and notes, now here I am mentioning readings and notes, what you have read earlier in different research papers or articles, and to what notes you have prepared, now what you have to look for. So you need to identify themes, debates, and gaps. Themes means different aspects that researcher has discussed, various trends and patterns, different theories, different methods, and if there is any debate, any conflicts or contradictions, if anyone is speaking in favor of, if anyone is speaking against that motion, whether your sources disagree, because it remains the same. Some researchers differ in opinion. Then you need to note down pivotal publications. Pivotal publications here means influential theories that change the direction of the whole field. There are certain landmarks or certain publications which are totally changing the direction of the whole research. So you need to note down that also. And obviously gaps which is missing from the literature, which still there is a need to address. So it will definitely help you if you have prepared proper notes of various questions. Now, trends and gaps in reviewing the literature on social media and body image. I am coming to the same example. Now, if I talk about the same topic, you have noticed from that abstract which I have shown you that most research has focused on young women. So this you have noted down कि आपने 10 research articles पढ़े, उसमें सबका focus young women men पे था. And there is an increasing interest in the visual aspects of social media. अब आपने gap क्या study किया? There is still a lack of robust research on highly visual platforms like Instagram and Snapchat. So this is a gap that you could always address in your research. Because after reading 10, 15 or 20 research papers or articles, which gap you have find out that Instagram or Snapchat is still missing. So this is a gap you could always address in your study. And they earlier researchers have talked about young men and women, and you can talk about adolescents or teenagers. So you can always do research on this thing. So this is how you can cover the gap, but you need to structure it. When I'm showing you the previous slide, now when you are structuring, when you are organizing the literature, you are writing trends and patterns of the previous researches, you are writing themes, you are writing debates, conflicts, contradictions, if there are any pivotal publications, and obviously don't forget to write the gaps, which is very, very important. Now research gap statement and research problem. Now I am showing you one write-up. See, example is consumer preferences for health and wellness food products. Suppose I am doing a research on consumer preferences for health and wellness food products, और मैं अपना review of literature लिखना शुरू करती हूँ. See, review of literature suggests that number of studies have been carried out to study the consumers' preferences for health and wellness food products throughout the world. अब जितने रिसर्च पेपर्स और आर्टिकल्स मैंने पढ़े उसमें उन्होंने किस चीज के ऊपर फोकस किया? आई एम रेफरिंग द नेम्स ऑफ द रिसर्चर्स एंड ऑथर्स, और सब ने थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड स्टडी किया, और ये वाली रिसर्चेस हो चुकी हैं, एंड आई हैव मेंशन दीस रिसर्चेस इन ब्रैकेट. एंड आगे मैंने क्या लिखा? have been mainly undertaken to understand the consumer response towards healthy food in developed markets. So my finding says that earlier researches which are conducted on consumers' preferences for health and wellness food products are in developed markets only. So this is my conclusion, that they have done study in developed markets only. And in further, I have written that as evident from the study, there has been a rapid increase in consumer preference toward health and wellness food products in recent years due to significant increase in health consciousness and disposable income. So when I have read further, so other research papers are highlighting that these are the reasons: significant increase in health consciousness and disposable income these are the two main reasons towards the consumer preference for health and wellness food products. So अब यहाँ से मुझे ये पता चल रहा है कि जो ऑलरेडी स्टडीज हुई हैं उन्होंने ये रीजंस फाइंड आउट किए और उनकी स्टडीज डेवलप्ड मार्केट्स में हुई हैं एंड आई हैव मेंशन्ड द नेम्स ऑफ द रिसर्चर्स आल्सो. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट, अब एक और स्टडी मैंने पढ़ी, उसने रिसर्च गैप को हाईलाइट कर दिया साथ ही साथ. With the change in consumers' attitudes and perceptions regarding health enhancing role of these food products and consequent changes in the purchase behavior, there arise a need to study and analyze demographic, socio-cultural, psychological and economic factors. So अब ये जो नीचे लिस्ट है रिसर्चर्स की, इन्होंने भी ये रिसर्च ऊपर वाली रिसर्च स्टडीज पढ़ी होंगी, तो उन्होंने क्या बोला कि ऑलरेडी they have highlighted these two reasons, that significant increase in health consciousness and disposable income is definitely affecting the consumer's preference for health and wellness food products. But still there is a need to study and analyze demographic, socio-cultural, psychological and economic factors. It means this is still to be studied. So these researchers have highlighted the gap कि अगर किसी ने फ्यूचर रिसर्च करनी है तो वो ये फैक्टर्स लेके, साइकोलॉजिकल, सोशल कल्चरल फैक्टर्स लेके स्टडी कर सकता है. किसके ऊपर? टू स्टडी द कंज्यूमर प्रेफरेंस फॉर हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस फूड प्रोडक्ट्स, राइट? सो दिस आई हैव फाइंड आउट. सो मैंने क्या करना है, अब मैंने अपने गैप को हाईलाइट करना है. सो व्हाइल राइटिंग अ रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर, व्हाट आई विल राइट in my review of literature, there is also a need for better understanding of the motivational factors. Obviously motivational factors are missing here also. Now इसने भी नहीं mention किया, इन्होंने भी mention नहीं किया, so I can write that there is also need for factors which have brought about a paradigm shift in the purchase decision, consumers leading to new market trends throughout the world. Earlier studies were on developed markets, on the developed countries. Now here I am highlighting the gap, particularly in developing countries, including India. It means still there is a need to do a study on India. So my research problem will be to study the consumer preferences for health and wellness food products, how motivational factors are affecting it, and I'm going to study in India. So my focus will be altogether different. और ये मुझे कहाँ से पता चला? After reading the literature, after reviewing the literature, after pen down the notes, after looking at what they have done and what is left to be done, I can always mention that there still is a need to understand the motivational factors and there is a need to study the same topic in India. Now, what are the phrases that you write while writing a gap statement in review of literature? Because it is a very important that you should write review of literature in a very proper and effective manner. And for that, I am adding here that don't forget that you are writing your research project not for yourself, you are writing for readers also. So always try to remind your readers in your research project from time to time that this is my research topic. So always be on the track, उनको reminder देते रहो, ठीक है? So आपने अपने readers को साथ लेके चलना है and उसके लिए जरूरी है कि आप phrases जो भी use करती होती जाए. So whenever you are writing gap statement, you can always use these phrases. that this have not been discussed, this have not been studied, this have not been reported, and it is still required to be done, it is still needed to be done. The key question remains this, and it is important to address this issue. So these are the phrases we use to write whenever we are writing a gap statement in review of literature. And some phrases which you can use to indicate your gap fill. If in your research you are filling any gap, you can always use these phrases. Therefore, highlighting the previous gaps, you can come to this line. Therefore, it is analyzed. फिर आप अपनी बात लिख सकते हो. In this study, it is investigated. Then you can write your research. Therefore, the goals of the study are, you can write what you are going to do. In this paper, it is reported. जो आप कर रहे हो. So these are the phrases which you can usually use while writing the gap statement in review of literature. Now coming to the fourth topic, and which is again very important topic, that is outline the structure. Now, outline the review structure of review of literature. There are various ways. One is chronological order. Now, what is this chronological order? I think you all know that chronological order means date-wise. This is one of the most common ways, especially for topics that have been talked about for a long time and have changed over their history. So, organize these dates of the stages of how the topic has changed, and usually the chronological order is used by history students, history people, but you can always use chronological order in your study also. But again, it depends upon the objectives, and it again depends upon the research topic which you have selected. And then comes the second way of organizing your whole review of literature is broader to specific. Try to discuss broader aspects and then come to the journal. So this is a good approach to start with the section on the journal type of issue you are reviewing, and then narrow down to increasingly specific issues in the literature until you reach the articles that are more specifically similar to your research question. And this can be a good way to introduce a lot of background and related facts, you can say. And another very important way is major models and major theories, where there are multiple models and still students are entering. Is here
They use their phones. They use their phones, and whenever they get a call, they get disconnected. That is the issue.
Okay. But I am admitting them.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Is it going well?
Yes, ma'am. It's going well, ji. It's going well.
बच्चों को एक बार पूछ लो whether they are getting what I am saying.
Hanji, bache, any questions or any queries if you have?
Are they getting what I am saying?
Please respond to ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We are getting.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Beta. So I can continue with the outline of this.
Please
so
continue.
First is chronological order. You can move date wise, but I prefer that don't go date wise. Always combine chronological order with other strategies mentioned below, and then broader to specific. This is again very, I think broader to specific is when you don't get sufficient material on your topic, so you discuss broader topics and then you are narrowing down your topics. And then comes the major models and major theories. Now here I am giving you example of your own subject, management. Very good example is development of management thought, which you have studied in your concepts and practices of management subject. Now major models, you have done classical approaches, neoclassical approaches, pre-classical approaches, modern approaches in the development of management thought. So these are major models developed over a period of time. Now here you can club chronological order and major models. In classical era, ये वाले authors आए, क्लासिकल अप्रोचेस में यू कैन ऑलवेज डिस्कस हेनरी फ्यूल ने मैनेजमेंट पे ये बोला, एफडब्ल्यू टेलर की ये थ्योरीज थी, एल्टन म्यूर सेड दिस थिंग. And in neoclassical approaches, contributions by human relations movement, behavioral sciences movement आई, और मैस्लो की ये theory थी. So by theory wise, by model wise, you can always discuss. And another way to organize your literature is through prominent authors. There are authors who are very prominent, those who have given very good theories of your interest with the topic which you are covering. So you can always go by author. Like I have told you, in the same taking the same example of management thought, you can say contribution by F.W. Taylor, contribution by Elton Mayo, contribution by Max Weber, Henry Fayol, Elton Mayo की होगी, Maslow होगी, Melviker होगी. So you can go by authors. Then you can contrast various schools of thought also. You know, you find a dominant argument comes up in your research, with researchers taking two sides, talking about how the other is wrong, and you want to mention in the literature review. So contrasting schools of thought में again I'm taking the same example of management thought. Human relations movement कुछ और कहती है, behavioral sciences movement कुछ और कहती है with regard to the management thought. So this way you can organize the body of a literature review. You can go for chronological order, date wise. You can go broad to specific. You can go for major models, major theories, prominent authors. So this is very, very important, but it is better that you can combine 2 or 3 strategies. So depending on the length of your literature review, you can combine several strategies. Now I'm giving you this chronological example of a chronological C. This is a sample chapter of review of literature. See how this researcher has started the introduction part, the basic objective of the chapter. Now here his focus is on human resource management, human resource development practices, and electronic human resource management. Now, in the beginning introductory part, he is saying that I am covering these models and these topics. So what he has written, that I am covering model, system, function, organizational culture, climate, training, development. There are so many things he is discussing. Now, if he is going by chronological order, now what he has written Indian and international studies are studied by classifying them into 3 periods, such as pre-1991 period, then 1991 to 2000, and 2001 to 2013 period. So this is very, very interesting way of writing a review of literature, chronological, along with various aspects. Aspects उसने पहले mention कर दिए, फिर उसने chronological order mention कर दिया. Now see what he has written. He has written that I am going to discuss human resource management development practices and related studies in this chronological way. And then he has written that I am going to discuss electronic human resource management related studies and in this chronological way. So he has adopted 2 strategies. One is thematic way. He is discussing 2 themes, HRM and then secondly EHRM. And in the HRM and EHRM, he is following chronological method, chronological strategy. So he has combined 2 ways of organizing his review of literature. So rather than, this is a tip basically, rather than simply a list of different writers in the field and their opinions, your literature review should give a clear idea of the whole field. And some students make this mistake. They just simply list the writers. इसने ये कहा, इसने ये कहा. They are not bothered about the chronological order. They are not bothered about the themes discussed. Suppose you are going by themes. If you have adopted a thematic way, you have divided the whole research into different themes. So in that theme, you are following the chronological order. But there are some students who are just listing the different writers and writing their opinions. Beta, this is not the right way. Always describe your review of literature. Always write your review of literature in a proper strategic way and in a very systematic and organized way. Now coming to the thematic way. Now thematic analysis is used to systematically identify, analyze, synthesize and interpret the themes. Now here I am talking about the themes. So you can always divide your research problem, research question in different themes. Now I'll show you one example. Example is about the business management priorities in service business. Now main theme is priorities in service business. Now this researcher has divided his whole literature in main 9 themes. Main 9 themes like focus of that business management, and then power, structure, strategic systems adopted in service business, what priorities they are giving in the service business, service development systems, marketing, human resource, growth and decision making system. Now after dividing into various themes, major 9 themes, I am discussing various sub themes in these main 9 main themes. So thematic way is the right way of describing your review of literature. Yes, you can combine this thematic way with the chronological order. Suppose I am talking about the marketing or human resource. So this is how service sector is adopting marketing. तो उसके अंदर में how marketing is developed or evolved over a period of time, इसमें मैं years को discuss कर सकती हूँ. Right? Similarly, in the human resources, so we can always divide a review of literature into different themes and try to find out what various researchers are saying related to focus पे. कितने सारे रिसर्चर्स ने कुछ ना कुछ बोला होगा, स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर कुछ ना कुछ उन्होंने बोला होगा, ग्रोथ के ऊपर उन्होंने बोला होगा. So we can go by themes. So combine thematic and chronology. Now coming to the final part, and that is write your literature review. Now this is very important, writing literature review, and if rest of the earlier steps are clear to you, it will become simpler for you. This writing part is very easy for you because if you have prepared notes, you now by this time you know what is introduction. Introduction में आपने अपने थीम को, अपनी रिसर्च प्रॉब्लम को दोबारा से टच करना है ना. मेन बॉडी में आपने एक ऑर्डर फॉलो करना है, वेदर थीमेटिक, क्रोनोलॉजी, और यू कैन गो बाय ऑथर और यू कैन गो बाय मॉडल्स और मेथड्स, एंड एट द एंड obviously you are going to write a conclusion. So whenever you are writing a literature review, it should clearly establish the focus and purpose of the literature review, and because it is an important part of your thesis, so reiterate. Now what reiterate means, that repeat an opinion statement. मैंने आपको पहले भी बोला था that you are not writing your research report for yourself only, you are writing your research project for your readers also. So you have to take your readers along with you, and for that you need to repeat your opinion statement, you need to repeat your research problem and statement again and again. You need to remind them that I am doing a study on this, and this will definitely help you in writing the context of your research review. And in the introduction, it is very important that you can emphasize the timeliness of the topic. How you can write the timeliness of the topic? you can always write in the introduction part that many recent studies have focused on the problem of X. Now here I am using the word recent studies. So timeliness is very, very important. Previous researches 1970 में हुई, 80 में हुई, 90 में हुई, that is very correct. You have to write. You can mention n number of research papers or articles, researches को highlight कर सकते हो. But you go by timeliness of the topic. You have to write that many recent studies have focused on the problem X, or you can highlight a gap in the literature. अब उसको कैसे करोगे? While there has been much research on X, few researchers have taken Y into consideration. So it means X के ऊपर तो हमें बहुत कुछ मिलता है, बहुत सारी रिसर्च हो चुकी है, पर Y के ऊपर अभी बहुत ज्यादा नहीं होगी. Still there is a left. So you need to emphasize the timeliness of the topic also while writing the introductory part of your review of literature. Now keep the following tips always in your mind while writing the introduction part. Present a brief definition of your topic, which is very important. Always start with it, and which will depend upon the type of review you are writing. Highlight any questions or problems which you are addressing, and try to range the literature, present the literature under review, indicating important points, specific trends over a period of time, any conflicts, contradictions or debates in the area of research, and gaps left, and state any literature that was intentionally excluded from your review and why. Sometimes you intentionally exclude from your study because that study is very popular and referred by so many people, but you have intentionally excluded that study from your review. Why you have excluded? So you have to write that also. And at the end of the introduction part, just write in few lines the summary of your findings of the whole review of literature. Now coming to the second part of the review of literature, and that is body. Now body part is clear to you when I discussed about the chronological order, thematic order. Body अपने आप clear हो गई. The body of the review is where you can go into detail. आपने बहुत डिटेल में लिखना है as to what your review has uncovered, and it will require you to do the following. You will write according to the type of review. Either go chronologically, methodologically, broader to specific, thematic, what you have chosen. So try to frame the body, organize the body of review of literature in that way which you have chosen. And then provide a critical analysis of each source, and each body paragraph should deal with different theme that is relevant to your topic. So make sure all inconsistencies, all mistakes and omissions of each source which you have included in the analysis, and try to provide a connection between the sources to ensure that reader understands how each is related to others. Now, while writing a body part of your review of literature, be objective, be critical, and give a proper evaluation. Are the arguments and conclusions the author presents adequately convincing or not? Does the author's work contribute significantly to the overall understanding of the subject matter or not? So you have to be very critical, you have to be very objective, and try to evaluate it and come to your conclusions. So finally, now you are writing the conclusion of review of literature. This is a summary of primary findings of your review. Now suppose you have read 20 to 25 research papers or articles. Now you have to give the gist of those primary findings. So at the end you are going to write it. Now there is no need to mention the names of the researchers. Just highlight, just write the summary of main findings. This is a short description of the most important common points between the various sources and various research area, if they are relevant enough. If you think they are relevant, do mention, and your concluding part, what you are concluding, must justify your research proposals. you have written in the objectives of your research project that these are my objectives. I'm going to study this. I'm going to examine this.
Khushdeep ma'am? Khushdeep ma'am? I think there is some network issue at her end. Khushdeep ma'am, she has been logged out.
Pooja ma'am, I think you need to add Kushdeep ma'am back.
Yes, Diksha, I'm trying to contact her so that she joins. In the meanwhile, the students can post their questions in the chat box.
Yes, you can. You all can post your questions in the chat box. And sometimes, yes, technology bites us, so it bit us today. So let's wait for Kushdeep ma'am. Ramneek, please elaborate your question and then write.
Khushdeep ma'am is joining. So in the meanwhile, you can post your questions. And I have an assignment for you all today. You all have to select the topic for your project, and you have to post it in the WhatsApp group with your name, roll number, or I will circulate an Excel sheet. You fill it in that. And please fill only your class roll numbers, not your university roll numbers. I will put an Excel spreadsheet in the group. You post it, you post the details and that only. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
I think Khushdeep ma'am is finding it difficult to join again, probably because of some network issue in the college. In the meanwhile, I will try to answer a few of your queries. Nancy is asking a question, how to write a literature review if the research we are doing is on topic which is entirely new. For example, study on corona. Nancy, if you see, corona is new, but pandemic has been happening almost every 100 years. In some form or the other, pandemic has been happening. So you can take idea from researchers which have been dealing with pandemic and effects of those pandemics. Is that okay, Nancy?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Khushdeep ma'am
I
has
would
joined.
also like, Pooja ma'am, I would also like to add in this. There was a concept called cryptocurrency.
Yes, yes.
When cryptocurrency came, there were another currencies which were prevailing in the market. People used that base for the research literature review of the cryptocurrency.
So welcome back, Khushdeep ma'am. You can continue, please.
This is 4G connection lose हो गया था मेरा. एक मिनट.
No
Let me.
issues, ma'am. No issues.
Is my slide visible? Hello? Pooja?
Hello, ma'am. Not yet. I
My
think
slide-
I'll have to make you the co-host again. Yes, ma'am. Now try to share your screen.
Okay. That's right. Share screen. Is this visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Sorry, students. I kept you waiting for a long. Again, technical error. So it's about to finish only. Now this is a concluding part of the body conclusion. So I was telling you that the body of a review of literature, you have to write conclusion. In addition to this, you should provide in-text citations and a reference list in appropriate style. So how to write a bibliography in different styles, APA, MLA, Chicago or Harvard style. Your Pooja ma'am is definitely going to tell you about it. I'm not going to discuss in detail about it, but you always, whenever you are preparing notes of review of literature, you always make a list which research articles, research papers you are referring, and side by side prepare your bibliography in this in these APA, MLA, Chicago or Harvard styles. Now, if I talk about the body image, let me take the same example. Now you can see how review of literature is written. Now this is a slide which I specially prepared for you. You can read it, give some time to it, read it carefully, that how review of literature, this is a sample review of literature. So while discussing various issues, themes, along with names of the researchers, year is mentioned. Now you can read it. This is meant for reading only. Go through it. And this is, I think, last slide of mine. Are you reading, girls?
Yes.
See, different themes are discussed by different authors, different researchers. Here, relationship between media depictions and body image covered by these researchers. And then specific effects of social media, and this Perloff, he has emphasized on the interactive aspects of social media, and another group of authors, group of researchers have done research on adolescent girls, means body image, social media का body image of adolescent girls पे क्या impact है, they have discussed. So these are various researches mentioned, but you have to prepare notes in order to give a proper shape. You have to follow one pattern, you have to be very organized, and you have to prepare notes for that. Now coming to another example, very interesting example. This is related to HR, human resources. Suppose I am doing a study on leniency in self-appraisal of employees, comparative study of two concerns, two organizations. Now, how much employees are lenient when they are doing self-appraisal? Now here I am writing this review of literature with two strategies. I'm taking a strategy of themes and I'm taking a strategy of chronological order. So thematic and chronology both. See, study done by Lloyd in 1977 indicates that subordinates rated themselves higher than the rating received from the superiors. अब इस रिसर्चर ने तो ये बोल दिया कि सबऑर्डिनेट्स अपने आप को अगर सेल्फ अप्रेजल करना पड़े तो हमेशा हाई रेटिंग्स देते हैं, राइट? और ये अगले 1988 और 95 की रिसर्च कहती है कि एम्प्लॉइज डेलिबरेटली इन्फ्लेट करते हैं अपने अप्रेजल को टू अवॉइड पोटेंशियल हार्म। अब आ जाओ अगली रिसर्चेस क्या कहती हैं, वो थोड़ी और आगे बढ़ गई। नाउ दे से मैनी रिसर्चेस हैव शोन द सुपरवाइजर रेटिंग्स आर मोर रिलायबल देन सेल्फ रेटिंग्स। नाउ they have changed the track, these researchers have changed the track, और वो ये कहते हैं कि सेल्फ रेटिंग्स रिलायबल नहीं होती, सुपरवाइजर की रेटिंग रिलायबल होती है, वो करेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं अबाउट द एम्प्लॉइज। नाउ दीज आर रिलेटेड थीम्स, दीज दो they are covering different concepts. So whenever we are covering different concepts, different aspects, we should combine the authors, we should combine the researchers who are talking about the same thing. So here they are talking about one thing, that is reliability of the ratings, and they are talking about deliberately inflation of the appraisal. So these 3-4 researchers मैंने इकट्ठे कर दिया और ये जो researchers हैं मैंने इकट्ठे कर दिए। अब अगर हम statistical एनालिसिस की बात करते हैं तो एटकिंस एंड वुड की अगर स्टडी देखें, व्हाट दे हैव रिटन, दे फाउंड दैट सुपरवाइजर रेटिंग शोड हायर कोरिलेशन विद द ओवरऑल कॉन्फिडेंशियल, जो एसी रिपोर्ट जाती है एम्प्लॉइज की, एनुअल कॉन्फिडेंशियल रिपोर्ट, एसी मींस एनुअल कॉन्फिडेंशियल रिपोर्ट, सो इनमें कोरिलेशन है। सो different aspects are discussed by different researchers from time to time, and I have clubbed those aspects, और जो जिसने कहा अलग अलग सालों में कहा, I have followed chronology here। एक चीज 1977 में कुछ और कहेगी, 88 में कुछ और कहेगी, 95 में कुछ और कहेगी। So I have adopted both strategies, thematic and chronology। और यहाँ पे अगर मैं रिलायबिलिटी की बात करूं, 1979 ने भी रिसर्च हुई, उसमें भी now he is agreeing to the now this 98 वाली जो स्टडी और 2000 की स्टडी है, they are agreeing to the study done in 1979 and 98. It means they are not contradicting. But on the other hand, study done in the year 2002, this again is different. Now they have started statistically analyzing the data, so they have shown that correlation किसमें ज्यादा आ रहा है, annual confidential reporting और supervisor rating में correlation ज्यादा है as compared to self appraisal and annual confidential report. So this way you can write review of literature. So I have discussed two examples, one related to marketing and another related to human resources. Now at the end, I am summing up my presentation, and there are certain things which you always keep into mind, and that report is written not only for yourself, I'm repeating, but also for other people. Prefer to write for readers. and your report should have a proper structure. Haphazardly, don't write haphazardly, and it should not be vague, or it should be properly, it should always be properly structured, and ensure that report is evidence based. It should always be supported by your data. Don't talk anything without data, and make it as objective as possible. Do not just mention each writer individually, but try to relate them to one another. That this researcher is saying this thing, but this researcher is saying this thing. There is a similarity between the thoughts of earlier two researchers. There is a difference between. Always try to compare their views also. Don't you have to write similarities and comparisons both. So to give an overview of the current arguments and which bodies of the literature come together, so you have to write that. So writing a literature review involves finding relevant publications, books, journals, articles. Try to critically analyze them and explain them in your own words. Don't just copy your review of literature. Don't just copy the statements. First of all, read abstract, and that abstract is relevant to you, then go for the whole paper. And then if you are reading the whole paper, don't forget to read the conclusions and findings. And if that article or paper is quite relevant to you, then seek for its bibliography also. उसमें से बहुत अच्छे और papers आपको नजर आएंगे. So be a smart searcher also. सर्च करनी आनी चाहिए. गूगल स्कॉलर को कैसे सर्च करना है, उसकी सर्च टॉपिक की कैसे डालनी है. So you should be smart enough. So this is all about from my side. Thank you so much, Beta. If there is any query, you can ask.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for this insightful session. As we're opening the floor for questions, so students, you can please come up with the questions or doubts. If there are any, please ask.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Beta.
Ma'am, actually, I have a question. If there is a particular sector which does not include so many...
You're not audible, Beta. Please, disturbance aa rahi hai dobara se.
Ma'am, my question is, if there is a particular sector which does not... or a processing unit which does not include so many theories, like in a business management, there are many theories of fuel and everything. But if a particular sector does not include any of a theory, then how can we prepare our business proposal on that topic?
You want to go for one particular concern, and you want to go for one model only, one theory only. यही आप पूछ रहे.
नो मैम, मेरा क्वेश्चन है जैसे कि मैंने एक फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट चूज किया जो अभी नया नया स्टार्टअप है, एंड आई हैव टू कंपेयर इट विद जो पहले से चल रहा है, और उनका कोविड में उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या आ रहा है.
You can always compare. So you want to study one management model of like Henry Ford या FW Taylor का. So आप suppose FW Taylor की study करना चाहते हो, उसकी scientific approach है. So how the organizations, how that concern is going by that, and how the same business concerns were adopting that approach. Suppose scientific approach, आपने अभी जो startup की बात की वो किसके ऊपर था startup?
Supposingly it can be any Chayos, for example, the food unit. Chayos.
बारिश हो रही है ना, आवाज कट कट के आ रही, क्लियर ही नहीं हो रही है. Bad weather. Maybe I'll satisfy you. Suppose एक same business कोई concern कर रही है और उन्होंने FW Taylor की scientific approach को जिस तरीके से follow किया, आप उसको पहले लिखोगे, ठीक है. और जो नया startup है अभी तो उसके ऊपर आपको literature मिलना नहीं शुरू हुआ, but you can always fill that gap कि इसके ऊपर इस तरीके से हम study कर सकते हैं by adopting the same scientific approach of FW Taylor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anything else?
Ma'am, there are some questions in the chat box also. So there's one student who is asking that can we get the, after reading 15 to 20 research papers, if we find some gap, but after some time, that gap has been already identified in the another research paper, is our research relevant then?
इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि आपने प्रॉपर सर्च ही नहीं किया, आपने पूरी तरह से सर्च ही नहीं किया, वो आइडेंटिफाई होगा, कोई बात नहीं. सपोज वन रिसर्चर इज डूइंग स्टडिंग ऑन एडवर्टाइजमेंट इफेक्टिवनेस, राइट. वो ये देखना चाहता है कि एडवर्टाइजमेंट जो है छोटे से तरीके से इन्फ्लुएंस करती हैं इन डिसाइडिंग आई मीन विच ब्रांड ऑफ चॉकलेट he should buy, राइट. वो अपनी मम्मा के पीछे पड़ता है. पर अगर बाई चांस इसके ऊपर स्टडी नहीं हुई और आपने स्टडी करनी शुरू कर दी एंड सडनली यू फाइंड आउट कि ये तो नजर आ गई मुझे, हो सकता है वो जो स्टडी है वो किसी और सिटी में हुई हो, किसी और कंट्री में हुई हो. सपोज किसी ने चंडीगढ़ में स्टडी की, एक और बीबीए का स्टूडेंट है, उसने एडवर्टाइजमेंट इफेक्टिवनेस को स्टडी किया, चॉकलेट ब्रांड को, कि बच्चे कितने इन्फ्लुएंस होते हैं एडवर्टाइजमेंट को देख के टू बाय दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड ऑफ अ चॉकलेट. You can always go with the same study in Ludhiana city. Got my point? You can narrow down your scope. Got my point, beta?
Yes.
Ma'am, there is one more question from one of our student, Muskan Jain. She wants to understand the concept of major model and contrasting school of thoughts.
Major models, it again depends upon subject to subject. Number of models are evolved over a period of time related to management, related to physics, I mean to science, chemistry, physics, whatever. So अगर उन मेजर मॉडल्स में किसी रिसर्चर ने थोड़ी चेंजेस ला दी, अब there are certain things which are universally accepted, like if I say, if I mix two molecules of hydrogen in one molecule of oxygen, it is universally accepted, it is not going to change, that becomes H2 only, that becomes water only. But there are certain models which are evolved over a period of time and they are major models. But after some time any research comes और उसके अंदर उन्होंने थोड़ी modification कर दी और उसको थोड़ा सा और अच्छा बना दिया. So this you can always discuss.
Okay, ma'am. Any other question? No.
जिसने पूछा मॉडल्स वाला, बेटा is this clear or I should elaborate it?
Okay, ma'am. Clear.
Is it clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose now if I talk about आपकी मैनेजमेंट की अगर हम बात करते हैं, साइंटिफिक अप्रोच किसने दी थी, साइंटिफिक किसने मैनेजमेंट का कंसेप्ट किसने दिया, कैन यू टेल मी? किसने दिया था?
I did.
ओके, मैं एक और एक इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बताती हूँ, वेरी सिंपल. You all have studied 4 P's of marketing management, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what are these 4 P's? Product, price, place, and promotion. कितने सालों तक ये 4 P's marketing mix के elements common रहे? And after some period of time, ये 4 P's 7 बन गए. It means early model was something different and people used to call it 4 P's of marketing. Are you getting me? And after some time, after some years, 3 P's were added to it and they become service marketing model. और वो 7 P's कौन से बन गए बीच में? process, physical environment, physical evidence और people उन्होंने add कर दिया. Now people are trying, researchers are trying to make changes in this 7 P's again. Right now they are adding more P's into it. They are adding packaging, they are adding processing. So it means people are so innovative, they are more creative, they are trying to fill the gaps. First model was 4 P, then comes 7 P's, then comes 10 P's. Now people are adding more and more P's into that marketing mix model. So this way you can see that so many models are evolving over a period of time. Got my point, beta?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good. Anything else?
Any other question? I think we are done with the questions, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful session.
Thanks. Thanks to
Yes.
Pooja, and I really appreciate the efforts done by your Pooja ma'am. मुझे लगता है जब से लॉकडाउन शुरू हुआ है उसने कोई भी ऐसा दिन नहीं छोड़ा होगा जब उसने बच्चों के बारे में नहीं सोचा होगा
Yes,
मेरे
ma'am.
सीख ले मेरे बच्चे घर बैठ के ये सीख ले. I really appreciate her efforts. Well done, Pooja.
Indeed. Yes, ma'am. Indeed, ma'am. Thanks to
Thank
you
you,
because
Gurdeep ma'am. Thank you
yes.
for your words
And,
of appreciation.
I think your students, they are indebted to you. They owe you so many things.
Ma'am, if once they get settled in life, that is the satisfaction for me.
Yes, very true, very right, Pooja, very right. But hats off to you. You have organized so many things. You have organized so many events, and you are trying to find out their talent. You are trying to find out their hidden talent, rather I should say. है ना? Advertisement बच्चे करते.
Ma'am, Mehak would agree with me. Mehak has been my student here, and
Yes, ma'am.
I literally trouble them for the project work, but then when they actually go for their MBA and all, and no one assists them, and then they say, "Ma'am, आपने अच्छा किया सिखा दिया, अब तो कोई कुछ बताता ही नहीं है."
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I totally agree with this.
And I tell so many people and other faculty members of other colleges that how Pooja is explaining each and every aspect of research project to students, and she even suggests them good topics. Because
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is done by every college. Students do everything at their own.
We are just trying to help them, ma'am, so that they learn something.
It's
When
good,
they
it's
pass
good.
out from here, they should have something in hand.
And I think it's a good learning experience for teachers also. Whenever they're doing something new, and they come across some new things. And while preparing this presentation, I come across many new things. So
Yes, ma'am.
thanks also. Thanks to they give
Our
us
pleasure.
opportunity to learn so many things.
Our pleasure, ma'am.
Yes,
Mehak,
ma'am.
can you
And-
request everyone to put on their videos so that we can have a screenshot?
Yes, ma'am. So,
For record.
students, all the participants, please, it's my humble request to all of you to switch on your cameras so that we can take a perfect group picture.
इतना भी पता चल जाएगा कोई किचन में तो नहीं घूम रहा.
Yes.
Still, they are slow in putting on their videos. Bache, please make it quick.
ये सुन भी रहे थे कि नहीं?
Ma'am, in between the session also, I request them to turn their video mode on because I was checking. They were there and they were listening.
They are there. They are there.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much, Kushdeep ma'am. And we all are heartily grateful to you.
And looking forward for other sessions also. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And thank you for your precious time. We are blessed and elated, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, Max. Okay, Pooja. I'm
Thank you,
leaving.
ma'am. Thanks a lot, Ji. Thank you, ma'am.